Okay, hello guys, welcome again to another video. So we have five things that we're going to be trying to look at. And the very first thing is understanding what 3D is. So these are our Cinema 4D, and then the difference between 2D and 3D is the third dimension. Like that's why it's 3D, is third dimension. You can see length, breadth, and height. So let's start with adding a default cube. This is a default cube. You can find this. I'm sorry if my interface is different from yours, but everything seems to be the same. So this is a default cube, and we can see the length, the breadth, and the height. We can literally see the volume of the cube itself. That's what 3D is. That's the simplest way we can understand what 3D is. So very next thing I'm going to be trying to explain is the interface and the tools that we are going to be using specifically for this course. So we're going to be looking at modeling with splines. And splines are just like, we can take them as 3D lines. Before we start, this is our objects manager. This is our attribute panel. This is our time frame. I changed mine to seconds. Yours might be in frames. So it's the same thing, just that 90 frames makes 3 seconds. This is our forward button. This is our backwards keyframing. All this, we're going to get into everything. This is for recording our keyframes. You might not use any of this. I hardly use any of this. Then this is for moving between our different modes of selection. So this object selection, this is for to select the polygon faces. This is select the vertices, and that's the line, the edges, and then this is to select points. So these are the basic things that we are going to be using in this class. We need this because this is what we're going to use into modeling and to transform our objects. So apart from that, then we also have the move tools. Come, let me just change my interface to the number one. So these are our move tools. This is the move, this is the rotate, and this is the scale. And then we also have keyboard shortcuts for this. We have E for our move tool, we have R for our rotate, and we have T for our transform tool. These are very, very important as this is going to change the form of the object itself. So this is a default cube, and a default cube it's a primitive. And then we do not model primitives. We have to change primitives into objects, polygon object itself. And the easiest way is clicking C on our keyboard. Now that it's a object, we can actually change and transform the shape of this object itself. Let's click Ctrl Z. And then let me show you difference between primitives and normal objects. This is a primitive. Let's move it with our E. We move it this way. And then let's create another one. So these are two primitives. I'm going to change this one here. That's first. I'm going to change this one into a polygon object by clicking C on my keyboard. So we have this and we have this. You can even see here that we don't have these options on this one. But we don't need that. So when we click on this, everything is moving together. But when we go here, we can transform the object on its own. And then you don't have to always change your primitives into polygon objects. You can literally work with it this way. But then here's the benefits. Remember I told you that we have three different modes of working. So now let's move to our polygons. We cannot select our polygons on this one. And if we go here, see we can select our polygon faces and then we can extrude them manually. Isn't that cool? We can select our edges and then we can extrude them to kind of give form towards the object itself. And then what else do we have? So these are just the basic things about what 3D is and explaining the interface. I would like to make you guys understand a few more things, but I believe we should get into that in future videos. So this is our object manager, this is our attribute panel, and this is our, what do we call them? These are points, these are our selection modes, these are our movement tools. These are the basic things you will need inside of 3D. And then before I end this video, I would like to show you guys something. So let's have a primitive and let's understand what the attribute panel actually does. So if you go into the attribute panel, you can use this to move this along your x-axis. What I'm doing is that I'm pressing and then I'm dragging left and right. So we're moving it both on X, Y, and Z axis. We can rotate this anyhow we like. So I would like you guys to actually try and work on this. And this is the size. You can increase the size of this object in any way you want to work. You can also increase this. It gives you options to do a lot of things. So that's just the basic introduction to the interface and the tools that we'll be using inside of Cinema Fold itself. If you have any questions, please just drop it on the group or message me privately and I'll try and explain this and create a video for you.